And a few players unavailable here tonight. It appears that Hannah Oak, usually a key contributor, is out, and for a second straight game, Kendra Oliver here is also out, and that is a great sign. If you tuned into the last game, Brianna Morrison getting on the board early, 2-0 start for the Durham Lords. And Gallimore picks up the offensive rebound as Emily Glendening receiving the assist on the previous play. Glendening has really turned out to be a special role player for this Durham squad. A lot of attention going to Brianna Morrison, putting up another shot. She's feeling it early here tonight. This time it's no good. Going the other way with it. Ball tipped away as Leverage unable to find her way to the rim. Morrison gets the inbound. Leverage all over her. Seneca brings the trap. Lords able to get it over half court. Glendening open for three. And she has been automatic throughout this season, shooting 43.5%, good enough for 6th in the entire OCAA. I mean, if you sort out a few people that are shooting under 3 attempts a game, she's even a bit higher. I believe she would be up in the top 3. She has been automatic and on fire from beyond the arc. Morrison. Littman bobbles the pass. Leverage takes it into the paint. There's a bump, no call. Going the other way with it is the Sting. A wild shot in traffic, and it looks like Glendening was the last one to touch the ball. Arcilla got the ball poked away from her in transition. And the 5-0 run through the first minute and a half for the Lords. Brianna Morrison, and what a smart play that was. Able to jump the pass, isn't able to get control of it, but pushes it off of Shaw and regains possession. We'll see our first substitution of the game as Accra comes in for Seneca. Littman sends it over to Morrison, who once again pulls the shot, hits rim, and rattles around, no good. Gallimore with the rebound. Leverage deep into the paint, off glass, and no good. Glendening. That's no good. Morrison gets in there, and a ton of shots going up. No fouls, a ton of rebounds to be distributed by the stats team. Bonker gets it over half. Jermu almost loses it. Arcilla. Arcilla for three. Off the front of the rim, and a foul called as Leverage fouls Leverage. So the first chance for points at the line tonight for Seneca. Misses the first. And makes the second. Seneca, not a notable shooting team here in the OCAA. As Nika goes the other way, and it's a turnover for a travel call. Arcilla. The ball gets into Durham, poked away with Gallimore. A little floating bank shot is Emily Glendening. And she has been so good. Littman brings it up. Glendening pulls it around the perimeter. We'll give it up to Morrison. Ball finds its way into the corner. Littman pulls a three. And no good. Leverage battling for the rebound. It'll be Ankara that comes away with it. Pass goes into the paint for Leverage, and Leverage is the one who breaks it up. And foul called. I believe that one is on Leverage for Seneca, so Tiana Leverage. And we'll see our first timeout of the evening here, and we'll take a quick break and return in about a minute. Here inside the campus recreation and wellness center, the Durham Lords currently lead 7-1 over the visiting Seneca Sting. Seneca on the ropes right now as a foul just before the timeout, and have yet to find a way onto the board in the half-court set. Littman. This is a Glendening screen. Littman gets a double team. They have a substitution in as well for Durham. The ball will be coming off the end line, and this will be our first time seeing Deja Thompson here tonight for Durham. Morrison gets the ball in the paint, and a tough shot beneath the trees. Comes away with 2 points, 9-1 for the Durham Lords. Leverage. Drives baseline, poked away. Gallimore. Glendening moves it up to Littman, and Littman gets a bump out of bounds. Yeah, Littman was the last one to touch it, so correct call there from the referees. Brings it up. Arcilla gives it back into the paint. Face-up game, and looks like she may have dragged her foot out of bounds. Did Ankara. So midway through the first quarter, 5:20 remaining. 9-1 for the Durham Lords, who are looking to extend their undefeated streak amidst a month-long homestand here at the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center, and it is a chilly one outside tonight. It certainly feels like we're getting into the grips of winter. No way to tell that it was almost plus 20 just a few days ago. Morrison. Littman, who doesn't even think about a three there, was completely wide open. Shot clock winding down for the Lords. 5 seconds left. Shot has to go up 2 seconds, and the pass goes into Glendening and knocked away by Ankara to get rid of the rest of the shot clock. So, wasted possession from the Lords, but one of few as they have been on point here tonight. Arcilla will inbound, and we're going to see Hannah Hamanen come in for the Lords, and Littman will head out. Hamanen gets the steal immediately off the bench, dribbles it off her foot. Leverage. Brings it up and hands it off. Ball comes back into the paint, and Leverage gets the first half-court offense on the board for Seneca, and it is a 6-point lead for Durham, 9-3. Thompson has some options for screens, hands the ball off to Glendening. Gallimore is being blanketed by Ciala. And the Lords are struggling. Sherlyn Chance is going to call a timeout and make sure that this doesn't continue. Inside the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center, and after a slow start, Seneca starting to chip their way onto the board. 3 points to Durham's 9, so a 6-point lead for the Durham Lords currently. So that Ankara uses a screen from Jeremy. Jeremy puts up a tough shot, bounces around, ball poked back in by Leverage, but she steps out of bounds in the process. So Littman will ready back up to come back in for the Lords as Hamanen brings it up over half. Uses a Glendening screen. Thompson, a tough hook shot, looks to rectify the mistake, comes away with the rebound, and potentially a bit early on the jump ball call. So it appeared like Thompson had come away with possession, looking to pass it away, and jump ball gets called, so it'll be Seneca's sting ball. Ankara. Seneca really using the screens. Arcilla for 3, and it's good. So a 3-point lead for the Durham Lords. 9-6, and Durham was rolling early, and they're in some trouble now. Leverage off glass, isn't able to get it, and Arcilla isn't able to contribute with the follow-up. Morrison going the entire length of the floor, picking up 2 points for the Lords. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ankara drives in, fake pass, and it's good. Seneca starting to build some momentum here at the end of the quarter. Thompson gets the pass from Morrison. Glendening almost bobbles it, puts it up, and it's another 2 points for the Durham Lords. Durham puts up a long distance shot off the front of the rim. Hamanen gets out to Littman. Thompson takes the bump in the paint. Glendening is wide open for three, and she doesn't miss those. Seneca playing some good defense, some good offense, but when you lose a player like Glendening out on the perimeter, it's going to burn you. As we mentioned earlier, shooting just under 50% from three, the sixth best shooter in the entire OCAA, averaging just under 13 points a game as well, has really come on as a strong contributor for the Durham Lords this year, already with 10 points here in the first with a minute 37 left. Lords lead 16-8. A dribble handoff, leverage, receives it back into the paint, and Arcilla picks up another bucket for the Sting. Pass intercepted going the other way, so a couple of picks. Glendening fakes a three in for a mid-range Jimmy. That's what Glendening can do for you. A lot of confidence here tonight, shooting from all levels, from three, from mid-range, at the bucket. Arcilla tries to answer with a three and is unable to. Morrison brings it down, fakes the shot a bit too strong. Hamanen gets the rebound. Glendening, she's feeling it off the side of the rim. Goes into the paint, and it's good as Hannah DeVries gets on the board for her first bucket of the day. Shot clock turned off, 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Glendening shot with the shot clock winding down, and it's an 18-12 lead at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter. 18-12 over the Seneca Sting. Emily Glendinning leading the way with 11 points. And 1 rebound, 1 assist. Brianna Morrison, the other contributor for the Lords, with the two of them making up the entirety of the Lords offense so far with 6 points, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. On the other side of things, Arcilla with 5 points and Tiana Leverage with 3 points. Morrison puts up a deep shot. Looked like it was a deep 2. Glendinning will pick it up. Littman for 3, and well covered on the back end of that as Ciala. Glendinning in and out. Playing with fire is the Seneca Sting, as they've left Glendinning open multiple times the way she's been shooting this season. That is a recipe for disaster. Ball will stay with the Lords. And a substitution as Arcilla comes off and Michaela Baker comes on. Baker seeing her first time of the night. Thompson into the paint, kicks it out. Morrison for 3, and well short. Rebound will come to Ciala. A shot from the corner, no good. Morrison through the hands of Littman into the Durham bench. It's a turnover. Still 18-12 here in Oshawa. Good start for Durham as once again one of the few remaining teams to be undefeated in the OCAA East. Littman with the rebound. Hamanen off glass. Hamanen looks to steal it going the other way. Baker, leverage. Ciala, and it's poked free. Hamanen takes it the length of the floor, but she's going to pull it out, almost loses her footing. Glendinning with a quick shot, no good. Leverage. Backing down on Littman, and looks like the shot may have gotten tipped from Littman there. Either way, some good defense as Seneca brings out a 2-3 zone. The ball goes into the paint to Hamanen, a bit too strong. Leverage on the other end of it brings it up the floor for Sting as she gathers the rebound. Glendinning hits the floor, and she'll pick up the foul. Will be her first personal foul of the night, and nothing too concerning in the way of foul trouble on either side. The only one really to watch out for right now, Hannah DeVries, with 2 fouls on the night, both picked up in the first quarter. As we mentioned earlier, Seneca not one of the better free throw shooting teams here in the OCAA. Shooting a dead last 36%. And Durham not too much better, but still converting on better than half of their chances at 55.4. Out to Thompson, and cuts into the middle of the paint. Push shot, good. Nice little floater there. And a technical foul has been called on I'm trying to listen in to see if I can hear who the foul is on. It looks like it may have been on Hamanen. I believe that's what I heard, and that's what's showing up on the timeline right now. technical foul on number 5, which is Henna Hamanen, and you saw Sherlyn Chance was not happy about that at all. Still a 20-13 lead, but it'll be a free throw end possession. Going the other way with it is a turnover. Quite an interesting string of possessions. Almost felt like a bit of a makeup call. Imanen. Back to man for the Seneca Sting as Thompson drives baseline, picks up the foul, is looking for a three-point play. 22-13, Durham leads.
Foul on mistake number 6. Carrying first person foul. Third foul.
And DeVries picks up her third foul of the game. So what went from a situation that probably was no cause for concern is now one that is a cause for concern, as DeVries likely done for the entirety of the first half with 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. That is an extended period of time to come out with. And then going into the second, only has 2 fouls to play with. Tough situation for DeVries. Leverage. She gets bumped out of bounds, so the ball will come back to side out. That is the second personal foul on Tiana Leverage. We'll see Zanetta Ankra come back on, who has 2 points on the night. Hamanen. Thompson goes baseline, and it's a string of defenders for Seneca. 3 of them were in the vicinity to bother the shot. Leverage. She picks up the foul. I think that is on Brianna Morrison, if I'm correct. A 10-point lead for the Lords currently. Leverage not really having the night from the line to remember, shooting 1 of 5 so far, looking to make it 2 of 6. And does, so she has 4 points on the night to go along with 5 rebounds. Littman comes in, Morrison comes out. The Lords playing with a small backcourt right now. Hamanen. Uses a screen from Leverage. Littman. Back to Hamanen. And it'll be Shea Littman who puts up a shot at the buzzer. No good. Didn't hit the rim, so shot clock expires. 6 minutes and 6 seconds left here in the second quarter of the night. It's a 9-point lead for the Lords. And a quick trigger 3 as Balkinson. No good. Hamanen for 3 going the other way. It's off glass. High off glass. No good. Leverage pulls it back. Jeremy Balkasoon. And what a screen there from Leverage. Balkasoon unable to take advantage of it. It'll be Gallimore with the rebound for the Lords. Littman gets a hot pass in transition. Into the paint goes Deja Thompson. Just cuts through the defense. 25-14, Lords lead. And kick ball foul. Littman will be inbounding it for the Lords. Trap comes and almost thrown away. Leverage with some good hands to keep it in bounds. It'll be Thompson. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Littman almost stepped out of bounds. Littman throws it into the paint, a hopeful pass at best. Leverage takes a swipe at it. Arcilla in transition. It's good. Arcilla with 7 points on the night and 1 rebound. Gallimore into the paint for Leverage. She's got to work quickly. Gallimore's tied up. Ball will stay in off the baseline for the Lords. So they're calling it a shooting foul. Hamanen comes off. Morrison comes back on, and Glendening waiting to come back on as well for the Lords. Glendening, the leading scorer on the night, shooting 5 of 10. She's put up a wealth of shots here tonight, but has 12 points to show for it. Leverage hits the ground, but she's up and okay. Gallimore defending Leverage. Into the paint, Arcilla picks up the contact. So Glendening comes back in. I think there was a bit of confusion whether that was a shooting foul or where that was headed, but it'll be side out for Seneca underneath the basket. Ankra. Arcilla for 3. She's made a couple here tonight, and that one's no good. Shooting 1 of 4 on the evening from 3-point range. So automatic free throws here the rest of the way as Seneca picks up their 5th team foul. Durham 1 foul away from being in the bonus as well. Morrison makes it. Morrison rebounding well here tonight. Had a rough first half against Loyalist. 8 points so far. And it's a travel. Seneca giving up another possession and starting to feel like Durham is finding their groove. If they can string together a few offensive possessions, the league could grow even further here. Thompson into the paint, gets bumped off her spot from Leverage, and Leverage is incredulous. That is an easy foul when you're moving like that. I'm not sure what she's arguing about. Felix Auger, first-year head coach here for Seneca, also arguing in favor of his player, but you're outside of the restricted area, your feet are moving into a player making a Euro step. That's textbook foul. Deja Thompson really turning it on here in the second quarter with 8 points in the quarter, 2 assists and 2 rebounds on the night as well. Morrison gets her shot blocked by Arcilla. And Morrison she's pushed out of bounds. That will be automatic free throws. So a tough situation here with 3 minutes and 37 seconds left. Automatic free throws, and with this much time left, can be absolute killers. And Morrison makes the first. That's 9 points on the night. Still second in scoring behind Glendenning. And what a jump Morrison has made this year. Averaged 16 points a game last year, and this year averaging 22 and a half, and picks up another foul to head to the line. Like I said, these automatic free throws can really pile up and become a nuisance with so much time remaining. And Seneca, they can get into a similar situation, just one foul away from being in the bonus with Durham as well. So this second quarter can really slow to a crawl if Seneca can pick up a foul somewhere. And Brianna misses the second, so it's 10 points on the night. Arcilla, and it's a block from Leverage. We'll see Mayo come in. And Thompson will head off. Ankra to inbound for the Seneca Sting. Out to Jerma. For 3, no good. Ciala puts up a bit of a prayer. Hasn't made a shot here tonight. Leverage off the bottom of the rim, but picks up the foul, and once again it'll be automatic free throws, although I believe that one was in the act of shooting, so that would have been a foul regardless. Leverage can certainly be a contributor when she needs to be. Hasn't really been too big here tonight. It is still a 31-16 lead regardless, and that'll be off of the hands of Emily Glendenning as Anika Leverage picks up her first points of the night. Ankra over the head of Arcilla. She's able to corral it. Jeremy, the hook shot off glass and good. Kareem would be proud of that. Glendenning breaks the press. Littman for 3, and it's off the backboard. Leverage with the one-handed rebound into the paint, finds a streaking Morrison. 33-18, 2 minutes and 30 seconds remain, and that will be the 5th team foul for the Lords as Seneca finally enters into the bonus. Automatic free throws the rest of the way now for the Sting as well. Of course, the Lords able to benefit from 2 or 3 extra minutes of being in the bonus and has been able to grow their lead thusly. Morrison finds Littman, who is able to escape the trap. Glendening. A really aggressive defensive scheme coming here from Seneca, and Jeremy not happy with that at all. That is her third foul. So she is likely joining DeVries on the bench shortly and maybe done for the half. Unless Coach Ajay has some supreme confidence in her to not pick up a fourth foul. And it looks like that's what he's betting on. We'll see Thompson readying up as well as Himonen for the Lords. Free throw missed. Zanetta Ankra picks it up and out of bounds off of Arcilla, who was the last one to attempt to save it in. And then I believe it was off Balkasoon there at the end as well. So making her first appearance here tonight for the Lords is Sarah Dennis. And gets the ball poked from behind by Arcilla. And ball tied up will be Seneca ball. Jermu pulls a mid-range jumper. Morrison with the rebound. Morrison takes it the full length of the court, and Jeremy was lucky she didn't pick up a fourth foul right there. Ciala for three, and no good. Just over a minute remaining here. 35-19, Lords lead. 34-19, excuse me. Over the head of Dennis is a three-point shot. No good. Morrison 0 of 4 on the night from three. Ankara picks up the foul, and it'll be a three-point play, potentially. So Zanetta Ankara with... Oh, they're taking away continuation, I believe. And technical foul has been assessed to Arcilla, which is why you'll see Himonen head to the other side of the court. Have to take 1 year off of my headset just to keep track of what kind of fouls are happening right now. And shot no good for the Lords. Ankara shooting two, and once again they took the continuation away from Ankara, which led to the technical foul being assessed to Arcilla, and either way it ends up at the score that it was prior, as Himonen unable to convert on the technical foul, and Ankara picking up a free throw to make it 34-20. 42 seconds left here in the half. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Morrison, mid-range shot, and it's short. Rebound comes out. Dennis picks up the rebound. Jeremu. She'll bring it over half. Balkasoon over to Arcilla. She drills it. 16 seconds left here in the half. Shot clock turned off for the Lords. Thompson breaks the press. Morrison fakes a shot out to Thompson, who goes into the paint. Off glass, bounces around, no good. And it'll be a travel. Jeremu. I mean, the way the referees are handing out technical fouls right now, Jeremu needs to watch herself. And no good on the inbound as Brianna Morrison bobbles the pass. So at half, it is 34-23. Brianna Morrison leading the way with 13 points for the Lords. Right behind Emily Glendinning with 11 on the flip side. Arcilla with 10. And the Seneca Sting have a lot of work to do in the second half. We'll take a 15-minute break, and we'll be right back. And we are back here inside the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center for the third quarter of action here in Oshawa as the Durham Lords lead 34-23. And Brianna Morrison leading all scorers with 13 points. Emily Glendinning with 2 3-pointers, continuing her hot streak here in this OCAA season with 12 points. Littman puts up a 3, and it's good to start the second half for the Lords. Ankara brings it up, and Arcilla pass gets jumped by Morrison, but it's last touched by Brianna Morrison. Arcilla inbounds it to Ankara, and Arcilla gets the ball back with a quick trigger 3 for a response, 37-26. Arcilla has been the driving force of this Seneca offense here tonight. Lippman into the corner for Morrison. She pulls a 3. No good. Gallimore. Glendinning. And a bit too strong. It'll be Ankara with the rebound. Arcilla. Heat check. And off of the back of the rim, going the other way with it is Morrison. She goes the full length of the court. 2 points for the Lords, 39-26. The Lords come out in a 2-3 zone. Ankara. DeVries hands it off out on the perimeter to Jeremu. Makes another 3. Here's Seneca suddenly on a run. It's a 10-point lead. 6 points scored for Seneca here in the third quarter. All 6 of them coming off of 3-pointers. Hannah DeVries will head out for Seneca, and we see Balkasoon come back in. Jeremu hands it off into the corner. Pass jumped by Morrison. It'll be off the baseline. And ball stays with Seneca. Thompson comes in for Durham. And Glendinning will head off. Zone defense from the Lords. Jeremy puts up a tough shot. Leverage picks up the foul off the rebound. And Seneca will have a chance to make this a single-digit lead for the Lords. Tiana Leverage, just 4 points here tonight, but has been a solid contributor on the boards with 9. Currently sitting on 2 fouls. This is the first. Once again, a make here will cut this to a single-digit lead for the Lords, and she makes the second. That was basically all net. 39-30. 2 minutes elapsed here in the third quarter, and it's a solid mid-range Jimmy. Daisha Thompson. And the zone defense coming up big again. This time Leverage with the block. Thompson. That's going to be out of bounds and off the end line for the Lords. Potentially that could have been a shooting foul too. The referee has a better look at it than I do. Leverage with a strong move. Gallimore unable to get control of it. Arcilla gets the ball swiped away from Morrison. Leverage off glass, no good. Leverage. Set to Ankara. Jeremu. Balkasoon. for three. And it's a 10-point quarter for Seneca. The best offensive quarter so far. Ursula. And a bit of a tough shot put up on the back end of it by Leverage. Leverage family in attendance here tonight, and once again, attendance trickling in throughout the women's game here. Some solid support coming from the Ontario Tech Ridgebacks team playing just down the hall. 6 or 7 members of the team are here tonight. Ankra with a scoop shot, no good. Morrison's able to collect it. Littman for three. Rebound comes right out to Morrison, and that is just too easy for her. She's got 15 points on the night and 7 rebounds. Morrison jumping the pass again, and she's starting to feel it on defense, and that is one of the places she's really made a huge improvement this year. Defensive instincts and leverage took a solid knock off of that. She'll get helped up by her teammates. Shakes it off. So Glendening will ready up. And Morrison comes off. So that moves Littman to the lead guard spot and Thompson to the 2 as this 2-3 zone from the Lords continues to cause some problems for Seneca in their half-court sets. Littman into the paint. Leverage off glass. Picks up the bucket. 45-33. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Real unforced error there from Seneca as Marcilla, looking for Balkasoon, just sends it out of bounds. Littman finds leverage, pulls up a mid-range jumper, no good. Off glass is Deja Thompson. And Deja now 10 points on the night. And another block from leverage. She's been a beast in the paint. Ankra thinks twice about going into leverage in the paint. Also has Glendening on her. Would have been a huge size mismatch. Glendening comes down with the rebound. That's her 4th of the night. Double-double watch for Brianna Morrison. We'll get into that when we get a chance as well. As Deja Thompson looked like she was bumped off the end line, but is saying that she just stepped out of bounds unforced. Brianna Morrison was 17 points, 8 rebounds. There is some worry, and that's partially why she is sitting on the bench right now, is she has 4 fouls on the night. Arcilla, 4 of 9 shooting from 3-point range with 16 points for Seneca. And once again, it is a single-digit lead for the Lords, 47-36. With Morrison on the bench for an extended period, this is a possible chance for Seneca to find their way into it. Glendening for 3. She's hit a few of them, but hasn't been one of those nights for her. Balkasoon out to Arcilla, and what a heat check. 2 defenders around her, just feeling it. Hamanen coming in for the Lords. I believe that's Leverage who's back in now, as well as Durham. Leverage with a little drop pass to Thompson, who's cutting to the basket, unable to convert. Going the other way with it is Leverage. Ball kicked around the perimeter, and Ankra no good. Thompson comes up with the rebound. Glendening, that's a hot pass. Balkasoon, all of a sudden she's the second leading scorer for this Seneca team. Balkasoon hits the floor. Come on in. And Hamanen lines up a three-point shot, no good. The Lords fall back into their 2-3 zone. Balkasoon recognizes it, picks up a quick screen, launches a shot. I mean, that's going to seem quick, but that's wide open. And that's exactly the type of look that defense is going to end up giving up as well. Still a single-digit lead here for the Lords. 47-36. Thompson has to put up a tough shot at the buzzer. Gallimore comes in for the Lords. Leverage heads out. So Hamanen will shift to the 2, and we'll have a quick timeout and take a quick break, and we'll be right back. So the Lords lead 47-36 coming out of the timeout. Just under 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Brianna Morrison, the lead guard here for the Lords, currently stuck to the bench with 4 fouls. 1 foul away from fouling out. On the other side of things, Arcilla, the leading scorer for Seneca. Balkasoon puts up a 3-point shot, no good. Hamanen comes down with it. Arcilla also has picked up a couple fouls here as well, running down the Seneca roster. Pretty clean, nothing to worry about too much in terms of foul problems. Ball will stay with the Lords. Ball goes into the paint and is immediately tied up. A couple exchange of words and a technical foul called. And Juramu, I should say, once again struggling with this referee. Not a fan of the calls here at all tonight. So Ankra picks up the Is that so 2 technical fouls given out, I believe is what I just heard. And a technical foul given out to the coach. Is that 3 technical fouls in short order? And Seneca falling apart. I believe that was a technical foul given out to Leverage, Tiana Leverage, of course. And then a technical foul given out to Ankra for her reaction after the initial call. And then a technical foul given out to the coach as well, Felix Ager. So tough to give up that much in terms of free throw opportunities and possession. And you can hear the Seneca supporters starting to make some noise. Thompson converts on the second. And then there's a bit of confusion that it is another free throw attempt. This is the 3rd technical foul shot. So you see the referees giving the explanation to Seneca. Thompson does well. Ball don't lie. Converts on all 3 of them. Possession will stay with the Lords. So what a stretch that was. Come on in. Out to Littman. Emily Glendening for 3. So a 6-point possession swing. And Seneca, for them, that has got to be about as bad as it can get. Balkasoon in the corner. Cuts into the paint, a push shot bouncing all around. Shaw. The shot clock went off, but it did reset. It hit the shot. It hit the rim. Gallimore. Thompson. No good. Shot clock will be turned off for this possession. Seneca has leverage. Just blows through the defense. She'll pick up the foul, and Glendening is down. It was a tough fall. Could have been a collision with the knee. Could have been. And it looks like it was a bit of a knee contusion on the way down as Leverage went down in a hurry. Leverage with 14 points on the night will have a chance to add to her point total. It has just 5. But that 6-point swing in the dying moments here of the third quarter will be one to keep an eye on the rest of the game. If this game ends by anything less than 6 points, it'll be one that you can point to completely unforced errors. Giving up the foul from Ankra is one thing. Then to give up 3 points and possession and then give up a 3-pointer. You got to control your emotions. Shot goes up in the dying seconds here of the third quarter. It is 53-37. We'll be back in about 2 minutes for the fourth. back here in the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center as the Durham Lords have mounted a commanding lead here heading into the fourth, 53-37, and a lot of talk is going to be made about that 6-point swing around the 2-minute point. 3 technical fouls handed out to Seneca and a 3-pointer from it looks like they've maybe overruled it, but it was a 3-pointer at the time. So a tough possession swing. And that is one to keep an eye on going the other way. But down the stretch, the story for the Lords is going to have to be overcoming Brianna Morrison, who has 4 fouls on the night. Hasn't seen play for about the last 8 minutes of game time, sitting with 17 points, averaging 22.5 on the season, the leading scorer in all of the OCAA. But they've been able to adjust with Deja Thompson for 15 points and Emily Glendening with 15 points as well. Deja Thompson, I think that's 17 points on the night. And those 3 players have constituted almost the entirety of the Lords offense. Glendening, Thompson, and Morrison, 17 points, 17 points, and 15 points. Ankara spins into the paint and no foul, but a bit of a collision there on the back end of things as Pavon Alvarez puts up the shot. Thompson. Leverage, a hook shot, and she's grabbed. Does DeVries pick up that?
Foul against Seneca, number 23, third personal foul, first team foul.
So Balkasoon will pick up the foul. DeVries potentially lucky to not get called on that, but Balkasoon picks up her third. So Seneca sitting with 3 players with 3 fouls at the moment: Jeremu, Balkasoon, and DeVries. And in my unbiased journalistic opinion, Jeremu potentially lucky to still be in the game. And Thompson leaks out. It's 19 points on the night for her with 4 rebounds. She has been massive, keeping this Lords offense ticking here in the second half. Was scoreless in the first. And come on with 8 points in the second. And has really continued to steer the offense. That's too easy. Gallimore picks it up and it's 2 points, 60-37. And it feels like Seneca is starting to fade away a little bit. That put me in my place. Amelia Pabon Alvarez for 3 points. Littman tries to answer, and Thompson will not make the shot, but she'll head to the line. So the second team foul here in the quarter, and I believe Balkasoon, that will be her 4th. So 1 away from fouling out of the game. Thompson looking to make it 20 points on the night. And does. So 20 points, 5 rebounds for Deja Thompson. And a good night here for the Lords offense. Creeping up on their season average, averaging about 67 points a game. Right around the middle of the OCAA. Come on in. Looks to push it forward to Littman, no good. And I believe we see Glendening getting ready to come in. Appears to not be imminent. Thompson with a spin move in the paint. Leverage with the rebound. Jeremu is there, and Leverage steps out of bounds. Alvarez. A deep three-point shot. A heat check, if ever there was one. And Seneca now down 22. Had it down to a 9-point lead at different points in the third quarter, and Deja Thompson is just feeling it. Pass behind, Leverage. It'll be Lord's ball. Timeout coming from head here in the third quarter and into the fourth. Mayo in for the Lords and Brianna Morrison in, as well as Emily Glendening, who puts up a three. Too strong. Rebound out to O. O puts up a shot and good. Mayo with her first 2 points of the night. Dennis as well in for the Lords. Jeremu will power to the bucket. And a turnover. 26-point lead. And it's been interesting to watch these Lords games over the past couple outings. Against the Lancers, really struggled early to get Brianna Morrison going, and then in the second picked it up and came away with a 20-point lead. But the 20-point lead really didn't reflect how close this game was, or how close that game was, I should say. This game creeping up there, it's almost a 30-point lead. Really doesn't reflect how close the game was in the third quarter before things started to fall apart towards the end. But that is all to say that the Lords have done a great job of adjusting at halftime and finding ways to get points on the board and be successful. Paban Alvarez coming in off the bench. That's her 5th point of the night, shooting 1 of 3 from deep, and makes her first mid-range shot. Mayo pump fakes into Dennis. Glendening taken to the floor. Ball's going to get tied up. And jump ball. The possession arrow will be given to the Lords. Hamanen. Inbounds it to Glendening. Seneca really closing out on the Lords' three-point shooters right now. Probably a smart bet. I'm not sure how that isn't like a palm ball or carry or something. But either way, Seneca gets a shot off, no good. Ball into Hamanen, who's cutting to the basket. Leverage rips the ball away from her. Leverage gets tied up, and it's Hamanen on the other end. So Leverage will go to the line with 16 points on the night. Shooting 2 on double-double watch as she has 6 points. But a couple trips to the free throw line potentially could get up to 10 points, but has not shot well from the free throw line on the night, shooting just 40%. Mayo dips it into Hamanen, no good. Morrison puts her hand up, but Arcilla with a bad shot and bothered there by Glendening. Hamanen. And some good defense being played on either side in transition. Arcilla to Leverage, and she gets blocked. Glendening stands tall. 66-43. Hamanen for 3 and too long. Mayo, but the shot clock didn't reset, so Lords have to work with a bit of urgency. Sarah Dennis, notable post-work technician. Beautiful shot. And some good communication from Hamanen, and just a bit too late to the switch there is Dennis. He gives up a 3-point shot to Amelia Pabon-Alvarez. And an answer, the 3-point shot on the other end. Leverage for 3, bit too strong, and falls into the waiting hands of Hannah DeVries. So 4 points on the night. 2-3 zone look. That works out. Turnover for the Lords, 71-46. 3 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. And quite a night here for the Lords. 23 points for Deja Thompson, Emily Glendening with 18, and Brianna Morrison with 17, and she is 1 rebound away from a double-double as well. Almost picks it up there. DeVries pokes it out of bounds. Ball will stay with Seneca. Must have went off of Morrison's hand after being poked by DeVries, and Hamanen sets a pretty good screen, and that is the 10th rebound of the night for Brianna Morrison as she finally picks up the double-double, 17 points, 10 rebounds, and there's a turnover going the other way. Feels like on any given night with these Lords, it's another player getting a double-double. And the zone comes out. Amelia Arcilla, who has also been launching them from deep and hasn't really had much success. 3 of 12 on the night. Glendening cuts baseline off the side of the backboard. Arcilla is poked away by Hamanen, and the steal will be picked up by Morrison. Mayo, mid-range jumper off glass and off rim as well. Leverage cuts through. Tiana Leverage with 9 points and 18 rebounds. She's had a night. 1 point away from a double-double. 1 rebound away from a 20-10 as well. No chance they're subbing Leverage off. So Leverage 1 point away from a double-double and 1.1 rebound away from a 2010 performance. Even in a loss, that's pretty special individual performance. Gets subbed off. Interesting call. Glendening makes the first. And Glendening, another solid night here tonight, shooting 40% from the three-point line. 20 points on the night, 5 rebounds to go with it. Continuing to be a Swiss Army knife. And she's probably done for the night. We'll get a round of applause from a few of the members of the Lord's faithful. No good. Gallimore. And this is pretty much the white flag lineup on either side for both teams. Littman, Hamanen, Mayo. It's a 2-3 zone fest for the Lords, and they've really found success with it over the last quarter and a half. A few three-pointers from Amelia Pabon-Alvarez aside, who has found her way up to being the second leading scorer for Seneca on the night. It's really frustrated Seneca, the 2-3 zone has. Littman for 3. Just under a minute remaining, 73-50. 23-point lead for the Lords. And heading to the line is going to be Annette Ferdinand. Looking for her first few points of the night. I'm still confused about Tiana Leverage getting the pull there. Probably tired. She's played a lot this game and has had a major contribution in a very physical part of the game with 19 rebounds. Still shy of a 10-point, 20-rebound double-double. One in either category with 2 minutes remaining. Gets the short rope. Ball into the paint. Gallimore off glass. It's a 25-point lead for the Lords, who have completely dominated this second half. Ferdinand. No good. Will pick up the rebound, saves it in to Pabon-Alvarez. A 3-point shot. No good. Mayo with the rebound. Trap comes. Gallimore. And the Lords have to move this up over half court pretty quickly. They're taking their sweet time. And that will be it as the Lords remain undefeated, 75-50 here. And a big performance from Deja Thompson, 23 points on the night, 5 rebounds. Emily Glendening with 20 points, 5 rebounds. And Brianna Morrison didn't see much time in the second half. 17 points, 10 rebounds, double-double. On the flip side of things, Arcilla was 13 and Pabon-Alvarez with 10. And this was just the midway point of this homestand. Stay tuned, and this has been a